Is it a gun that sucks balls?
I'm the farting demon in this relationship.
I'd be an awesome rich person.
You're both just an embarrassment.
God, I'm awesome today.
We're talking Tom Hanks and his vehicle.
Yeah, I had my finger in my mouth waiting for you to finish.
You gotta get 4 balls or something?
Like dick piercing?
No, you know damn well I'm fucking that demon.
Still sexy. How could that be close and not be
Yeah,
right?
I'll just kill some random dude.
His wish is a blowjob.
Hey everyone, and welcome to Plotty Time, the podcast where we three gamers discuss video game stories in detail, all unnecessary and appropriate backlash. On one side of the table, we have Chump Slap.
I put a stick of deodorant in this pillowcase. I hope it hits you right in the fucking eye.
On the other side of the table is Dr. Syintist.
I need the biggest seed belly you have. No, that's too big.
My name is Poppascotch, and as I always say, I had nothing to do with this. I was adopted. Welcome to Plotty Time. So this week, we actually have... It's not even a correction or anything we did wrong. We speculated on something, and we actually ended up nailing it.
Boom.
Boom.
Like always.
This is the gloating crevice.
Yeah.
Well, the gloating crevice, which, god damn it, it was...
No, this is the cloud gloat.
It was Syintist who nailed it. That's the thing that sucks, but, you know, credit where credit's due.
Doesn't it always happen that way?
We were talking about Assassin's Creed 2. That was a game last week, and we were talking about the sequence where he tried coffee for the first time.
Yeah.
And we speculated that they would have had coffee, and it actually turns out it came in the middle of the 15th century to Europe. So this would have been, like, pretty new at the time.
Wasn't there a question about sugar?
Yes, sugar was the second part of this, which was brought to Western civilization by the Europeans as a result of the Crusades in the 11th century. So they definitely would have had sugar.
All right, so, yeah, perfect like always.
Sugar was recorded in England for the first time in 1069. I didn't even know how to say that.
1069.
Yeah, 1069. Ooh, they're getting hot and heavy there.
Blaze it. Anyway, so that is our gloating crevice.
Well, the Assassin's Creed usually get the history right. They do a lot of research.
Yeah.
I guarantee someone like made that connection. It's like, well, coffee's brand new. We got to put a bit in here, guys.
Yeah,
exactly.
We got it. But yeah, that's Assassin's Creed 2. So let's move on to our segments we do every week. What are you playing, watching, doing? Dr. Syintist, what's going on with you, buddy?
Not a lot. Work and stuff. But I did watch some stuff.
Well, yeah.
The new WandaVision is awesome, by the way. Don't want to ruin it for anybody who didn't watch it.
It's too new.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to watch it for sure. It's just I'm waiting till they're all lined up because I don't like this week's release schedule bullshit.
I don't like it either, but it's Marvel and I'm kind of liking it.
That's the way it is, man. It gives you
I
something
hear
to look
it's
forward
great.
to.
It is. It's fantastic.
Gives you something to live for.
It does.
For once.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is it. Just
And
WandaVision.
calling off of work.
Ah, boy.
I watched a show called Away that was on Netflix.
Oh, why?
It's just about a trip to Mars, like they're going to land on Mars as Hilary Swank. It's all right. It's like every other space thing.
Is it like they're going to live on Mars?
Yeah, well, they're going like
Just check
check
out.
it. Yeah, just a
Was
trip to
she in that Mission to Mars movie, or am I thinking of her in The Core? Which I know she was.
Mars. Dude. She definitely was in the core. I don't know if she was in the Mission to Mars movie because she might be in both.
Yeah, she doesn't
It
like
is
to go to
possible.
Mars.
Well, I'm looking it up. There's no way I'm putting something in the credits
get the
this
hell
early.
out of
That's
here.
ridiculous.
I also watched a movie on, I think it was Netflix called No Escape, or maybe it was Hulu.
Noah Escape.
No Escape.
Gotcha.
It was whatchamacallit. They're like, he's like a ninja type celebrity, like does stuff online and he does random challenges for people.
Kind of like the Star Wars kid.
Yeah. Almost exactly like that. But his friends like set up an escape room for him to go to in Russia. And then they go to and like they're all put in torture devices. He's got to save them all to get them out. And like they really can die in it. And they're like freaking out like, hey, we got to stop.
Why would you do that to yourself then?
Well, he didn't know. It was a setup.
Oh.
But it was a decent movie. I mean, it wasn't fantastic by any means.
Okay.
I also watched Sorry to Bother You.
Oh, it's so awesome.
So great.
I wouldn't call it so awesome. It's good, but
You did not see that coming, did you?
where he turned into a horse? Yeah, I saw it coming a mile away.
Oh, yeah, of course you did. Obviously. It's if you go back and watch it again, it's so fucking obvious.
Yeah, the first scene he talks about eating hay.
Well, just because the rest of the movie was ridiculous, I'm like, he's got to turn into a horse. It's,
The only way this movie's going to be saved is if he turns into a horse. And he did.
yeah.
Fucking A, he did.
Although, when the first horse guy showed up, I didn't see that coming. I'll give you that.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Oh, I thought you meant like the main character.
I meant the whole horse thing.
Oh,
like, what
well,
the fuck?
No, that came out of left field.
Yeah, I thought it was like a quirky fuck the man type movie, and then it turned out to be like hard sci-fi.
Yeah, it was.
And I was like, this is marketed differently from what I saw, but I enjoyed it.
and I
good.
did not expect it at all.
Yeah,
Although it's always
exactly.
good to see Tessa Thompson in a movie.
She's fantastic.
And I finished up Spiritfarer, so that was the game I played this week. It's a fantastic game. Everybody should try it if they can get it.
Is it a
Is that
walking sim?
Yeah.
No, you take over for Karen.
Oh, that's right. You talked about
That's
this.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah. You approve? Good
Yeah,
stuff?
I approve. It's really, really good stuff. And that's about all I did.
How many beakers you give it?
How many beakers?
7.
7 beakers.
7 beakers. That's not bad. It's
No,
a good showing.
Not at all. Especially because it's out of 8.
Of course it is.
Every metric, every rate, every slap or whatever we pick, it's a different fucking scale.
Oh, I was never going to say something.
No, I was going to, but it was a bad joke, and I just bailed on it.
So what did you do, Poppascotch? Would you play, watch, fondle gently?
Fondle gently. Well, thanks for asking.
My balls.
I watched some stuff. I watched the Night Stalker documentary,
Nice.
which was pretty good. I liked it, but it felt like a little douchey with the stock footage camera stuff they were throwing in there.
Right.
A little douchey.
Little dude. If you watched it, you'd be like, yeah, this is kind of douchey.
It kind of got annoying that they kept showing the same pictures like 6 different times every episode.
That's true. Maybe they just did it to change shit up. But it was interesting. I didn't know a lot about that.
Yeah, me neither.
Just what I learned about the Night Stalker from American Horror Story. Turns out pretty close to what actually happened.
I told you.
Yeah.
That ruined it for you, though, didn't it?
A little bit. Yeah, I knew. I definitely knew he was going to be resurrected by Satan at a summer camp upstate. But, so I watched that. I recommend it. And I also finished Alice in Borderland.
Oh, what'd you think?
I was on board until they got to the beach, and then things started and stopped making sense. A lot. Hard. Because I'm going to spoil this possibly. I don't see how the end game of this series isn't aliens did it. Like I don't see how that's possible. Like it can't be a ruse. It can't be a joke. Like these are people that are running free as a group throughout a completely empty city of Tokyo. Like what did some evil government agency build a replica of it? Like come on.
No, it's going to be like Lost. It's purgatory or whatever.
That'd be worse. I'd rather have it be
All
aliens.
right. If it's not aliens, you
Or
gotta chug a bottle of barbecue sauce.
If it's not aliens.
Yeah.
Kansas City or Carolina? What are we
You
talking
can
here?
pick.
Oh,
Sweet
Sweet
Baby
baby
Ray's.
Ray's all the way, man.
I honestly, I think that'd be more of a volume issue. Like, it's not that chuggable, you know? I think I'd have to go Carolina and get one of those vinegary ones.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Now, no deal, by the way. So, the other show, I picked up Supernatural again.
Which season are you on?
The beginning, I think season like 6 or 7 of season 9.
Season 9.
All right.
So I'm like, all right, let's get back in here. It's, I had a little break. I got to finish this. Let's see what happens. And the first episode I watched, Dean became a dog. And I'm like, what the fuck is this?
Oh, that's such a great, one of their funny episodes they did.
Yeah, it was one of the silly ones where he, I don't know, starts thinking like a dog because they share and he can hear dogs talk.
Yeah, you can hear all animals talk. It's like Dr. Doolittle.
They're like, that's not the real reason dogs are here. The real reason is woof, woof. He's like, really? That's when the spell stopped working? I was like, Jesus, that's where we're starting. Okay. And then I watched a couple episodes. I got to get back into it more. But the other thing I watched, and I think you guys will like this. We watched a triple feature of 90s horror films.
Starting with Scream.
Hostel.
We did watch Scream 4, but that was like the day before.
Oh, all right.
But we watched I Know What You Did Last Summer.
Classic.
Jennifer Love Hewitt.
Yep. Urban Legend
All right.
and Candyman.
I never saw.
I don't remember Urban Legend. I know I've seen it, though.
It's a Scream knockoff.
No, not in the 90s.
Well, the gimmick is the killer kills people based on urban legends.
Well, I could have got that, yeah.
Yeah, go figure, right?
Then you'll know if you saw it.
But is anybody in it that I'd know?
Jared Leto is in it. Michael Rosenbaum. Joshua Jackson. Tara
Pacey.
Reid. Yeah, Pacey.
Tara Reid?
Yep, she's one of the
I had
students.
to have seen it, but it's not ringing any bells.
That's how fucking lame it was.
Yeah.
It's
It was a little hokey. I mean, when you watch that and I Know What You Did Last Summer back to back, I honestly liked Urban Legend more because at least they had fun with it, right?
Yeah.
Well, rank it in the term of Joshua Jackson vehicles.
Oh, top 3, easy.
Oh, really? Nice. Because, I mean, it's already got top 3 of Fringe and Dawson's Creek, so that's the other one.
Definitely. Yep, that's the other one.
All right.
We nailed it.
Candyman's good, though, too.
It was I hadn't seen it in a long time, and I loved it, and I remembered it being really great, but I forgot how ominous and foreboding and how much of a fucking bummer it was.
Yeah, definitely.
Man, it was a bummer. But it was great.
Never saw it.
You're missing out.
I have a great story where we were watching it in my parents' basement when we were in high school, and like through the night, people like went home or whatever. It was getting late, and the last 2 people were me because it was my place, and Poon,
Yeah.
300 bill Poon, and so we finished the movie. We were both trying to act like tough 17-year-olds. like yeah, it was pretty good. It's like, yeah, I'm not weirded out. That was fine. I'm not weirded out either. It was good. I liked it. I'm a tough guy. So we walk up the steps. He's like, can I just leave the front door because my parents' house is right there? I was like, yeah, whatever. We get to a landing at the bottom of my parents' steps. Like, you could see the front door. It's right there. And then all the power on the block goes out. Like, at that exact moment, it just all goes out. And then we both freeze. And then there's a second or two of silence. And then Poon goes, you can go ahead first. That's fine. We both just start laughing. It's like, what are the odds? But yeah, that's my Candyman
So it was
story.
like that Key and Peele skit.
Yeah, they took it like a step or 2 further. It was pretty much like that. But yeah, I also just been playing Cyberpunk.
Find more dildos?
I did. I found a weaponized one. I was a beat people to death with it.
Nice.
And when like you hold it in your hand, you know how sometimes guns or stuff make sounds just when you're moving? This one just vibrates. Like you hear the vibrating like the
Are there
whole time
knives
you're
on a
holding it.
weaponized one?
Yes, I picked them up. They're lying around the sex shop and in other people's apartments.
Does it look like the dildo from the movie Seven?
No, it does not. They do have strap-ons though. I don't know if I can take those or use them somehow.
Well, I'll have to explain to you how they're used, I guess, off camera.
We are answering the important Cyberpunk 2077 questions here. Yeah, but honestly, my review so far is it's pretty shocking how broken this was, and that they could try to pass it off as a game.
Yeah, that's
Nice. That's what I want to hear.
exactly.
It's so broken. Like, just nothing's polished. Like, there was one mission, just to give you guys an example of what you're looking at. The classic, and this is a bingo board piece I ended up writing down, but you're in a car as the passenger shooting at people as it speeds down a highway or whatever. We've seen this mission a billion times. So I'm doing that. I'm in the car. I'm the passenger. Someone else is driving. There's 2 other motorcycle people escorting us, and I turn around. I shoot everybody. Like it's just finishing up the dialogue, basically. Yeah. And the 2 motorcycle people are just sitting next to each other, just turning, and they just like fire like 2 or 3 shots, turn back, fire 2 or 3 shots, turn back, and this went on for like a minute and a half.
Nice.
I'm like, there's no one back there. Like, what are you guys doing? Just shit like that. It's clearly broken. Like, it's not finished.
I saw they added a patch and it added like a game-breaking bug that the one quest didn't finish if you tried to do it too quickly.
Yeah, it was like, I forget exactly what mission was, but you needed someone to call you.
Yeah.
And that's what moved it along. And if they don't call you, then the mission fucking never shows up.
And the glitch was like they wouldn't call, so you had to like the fix was listen to all this dialogue, go to this one place, call them, forward ahead 23 hours, and then the call comes, or something dumb like that.
Yeah, it was definitely, I forget exactly what it was, but yeah, it was dumb. Like, wait 24 hours in-game, call this other person first. Yeah, it was shenanigans. Like, it's... the environment, and I'm having fun with it. I'm still playing it. I'm not bored with it yet, but I'm just shocked. I'm honestly shocked they tried to say this game was done. Like, this is...
And it wasn't even Bethesda.
I know. Well, even Bethesda's like, there's some polish to it. It just crashes all the time.
Yeah.
This looks like they had another at least 9 months to a year before to like really make it snappy and make it good.
But I want my game now.
Why would they listen to I don't know. I'm thinking about doing a mini-sode about this whole debacle, but
cool. I'll listen.
Yeah. No, you won't. I know you won't.
Yeah, there's a lie.
So that's what I did. What about you there, Sir Chump Slap? Playing, watching, doing. What's going on with you?
Oh, I've been playing some Doots, just dooting it up.
Dootin'? Bird?
Dudes?
Yeah, I played the campaign, finally.
Oh, what'd you think?
Boring as hell?
I enjoyed it. I mean, it was pretty easy, even on veteran. But, I don't know, the little twist bullshit at the end was just, really?
Yeah, I thought it was really short. The campaign was super short, especially if you have it like on regular or easier. Like, you just run through it, and you can run through every level in 5 minutes. But it was fine. I mean, if you by now you know what a Call of Duty campaign is. You're either in or you're not.
Yeah, exactly. But I mean, it was okay. A Cold War, save the world, yada yada, nuclear bombs.
Sure.
It was okay.
Nuclear.
It's pronounced nuclear. But other than that, didn't really play anything. Downloaded Assassin's Creed Valhalla, but didn't start it yet because I don't know. Dudes is calling,
I hear you. You'll have to let me know how that is. I was looking in that direction, and I saw it was pretty cheap.
Yeah, exactly.
What's it at now? I thought it was still like $40.
Well, it's still like 35, 40, yeah.
Yeah, and that first big break state, well, because it starts at 70 now. What's it, 70? It doesn't matter.
I don't know.
I'm not looking up.
Yeah, whatever. I watched a couple movies.
No.
Cool.
And I watched, television shows. Archer. Still catching that up pretty close now, but...
Oh, nice. Where you at?
Episode 6 of the new season. Just got his new valet.
Oh, yeah. I don't remember if I watched the last episode of that season.
I don't know. It's just going back to regular Archer shit now, but... I mean, it's good. It's Archer, so...
Yeah. Another thing where you know what you're getting.
Exactly. You can't go wrong. But let's get into the movie, shall we? I watched this movie called... What?
Sorry, I was going to do a drum roll. I thought you meant the movie.
No, not yet.
There's some build-up.
Hold off.
Yeah, I'm just excited.
Keep jumping the ball.
I'm just pumped. I'm pumped.
I watched this movie called Death of Me.
I saw that, like on, was it Netflix or Hulu or whatever?
Yeah.
Thoughts?
I thought it was okay. I mean, it's just about this couple that goes to a tropical island, and it's like a weird voodoo type island, and weird shit happens to her.
Okay.
And she sees this video of her husband killing her and then burying her, and she wakes up the next day and she's like, "What the fuck? Did we get that drunk? We don't remember what happened." And
sounds like a Silent Hill.
it was pretty interesting. I enjoyed it.
Was it Aliens? Is that what did it?
No,
Aliens?
it was voodoo shit.
Oh, no, you're gonna watch it.
No, that's not what did it. I mean, but yeah, I mean, give it a go. It's a good watch.
Give it a go.
I watched this one called Ghosts of War. I think this was also a Netflix one.
I keep seeing that one too.
Where it's a bunch of Allied soldiers, and they're in like a haunted French chateau that Nazis occupied.
Oh, I saw that, yeah. I watched that the other day.
Did you see the ending?
No, because they looked dumb for like the first hour, so
I enjoyed the beginning of it, where it's just like a scary thing, and then out of fucking left field, just what the fuck?
Oh wait,
this?
I did watch the end. Yeah.
Yeah, it was so dumb.
I remember the whole movie being unimpressive, and I kind of just was like,
yeah,
zoning
it was
out.
just like a regular like horror, like oh, they're in this scary house. There's a family that was murdered here or whatever.
I think it turned out more interesting. Like I stopped playing the game I was playing and paid attention to it more near the end.
Yeah, because it was totally different because you didn't see that coming. You're like, what the fuck? But, I mean, it's okay. Give it a go if you're into horror movies and
weird World War II documentaries.
Yes, it was definitely a documentary.
Awesome. Like Overlord, right? That was another documentary?
Yes.
Sure.
Was that the one with the moon base?
No, that was,
Nazis on the moon.
I think that is what that was called.
Yeah, I think it's what it's called.
No, it's called something stupid like Death Strike or
Iron
something
Star,
like
or Iron Sky.
Iron Sky.
that. Iron
yes.
Sky, there you go. I was close with Death Strike. Pretty close. Oh, boy.
And there's this other movie called The Night Eats the World.
It sounds sexy.
I'm interested. Let's see what we got here.
It's like a zombie movie where this guy he's at a party, just passes out in a locked room, wakes up, everyone's gone, blood everywhere. It's like, what
Been
the
there,
fuck?
bro.
Oh, I was right, sexy.
And then it's just zombies, and it's just this one guy locks himself in an apartment building, cleans out all the fucking houses, and just tries to live on his own. And how he goes crazy. It's pretty
Cool.
It's pretty good.
Okay.
I mean, it just made me wish, like, I wouldn't have a problem being the only one alive in the world.
No, that'd be pretty awesome. As long as the electricity kept going.
Yeah, he had electricity and hot water and shit. And I was like, fuck yeah. Why not? Plus, you get to raid everyone else's apartment and just take whatever you want. It was all
You
right.
talk about like a video game, you're going to raid people's apartments.
Yeah, that's exactly what it felt like. He's like, all right, lock the front door, raid the apartment, keep all the zombies out. Check it out. It's a good one.
And what was that again? Sorry?
The Night Eats the World.
Night Eats the World.
It's pretty old, too, I think. No, well, not old, but, 15 years maybe. Maybe it isn't. I don't know. Let's not even go into that because I don't want to correct that.
Nope. Why bother?
For the Slapper of the Week.
Slap! Ooh.
Butcher the Bakers.
It's about a candlestick maker.
Butcher the Bakers.
And he kills people. That's mine.
That's good.
I'm saying it's a historical documentary about the formation of the Bakers and Butchers Union.
Yeah, that's classic Slapper material right there.
I knew it. Knew it.
It's about the local Grim Reaper gets fired from his job for killing people he's not supposed to and stealing their souls.
Sounds like a Supernatural episode.
And
It really does.
he needs to be stopped because he's trying to open a portal into some crazy hellish world so he can escape. And these two guys who work at a bakery are tasked with killing him by the manager of Grim Reapers is like, hey, you guys, you're pure of heart. Go kill this dude.
Okay.
And it's a comedy.
No.
Yeah.
It sounded pretty serious.
But I don't know. It's pretty fun. It's a fun romp, if you will.
What do we got here? This has got to be another slap pocket. Ooh, it's outside the slap pocket slightly. 1 hour, 34 minutes.
Wow.
Oh, I knew it.
It's still under 100, though.
I knew it's the reason I had to watch it 3 times because I kept falling asleep.
It'll do it just because of runtime. Not because of,
Yeah, not because I didn't want to watch it. I mean,
yeah. All right, well, there you have it. Butcher the Bakers from 2017, it says.
oh, there you go.
Check it out. It's an hour and 34 minutes. Anyway, how about we move on to video game news / stuff? Okay, so let's start with the news. I guess we'll talk about it. Everybody's talking about it. The GameStop stock scandal? Brouhaha going on.
Brouhaha. That's a good one.
There's the GameStop stock brouhaha. A lot of great tweets coming out. Really raking billionaires over the coals, finally.
Yeah, just making other billionaires rich, too. While they're
Yeah. All they're doing is making people richer than them rich. It's,
Pretty much, yeah. Basically, if you haven't been paying attention, hedge fund tried to short GameStop stock. Bunch of people got wise to it and started buying stock, driving the price up.
Yeah,
So-
now it's ridiculously high priced.
Yeah. For a company that's going to be bankrupt by the end of the year.
Oh, it's pretty cool.
I don't understand how it works. I understand what happened and how they did it, but I don't understand, like, are they still a business just if their stock is, like, in demand?
No.
They still have to, like, hit money, like, make money
people
and
are
hit numbers and stuff.
still selling PlayStations and shit, so they're still doing stuff.
They're doing some stuff, but weren't they just closing a shitload of stores because of COVID?
Because they're trying. Well, they also thought they were trying to like move online somehow.
Yeah, become the Amazon of video games or some shit.
But who would do that? Because GameStop sucked in person.
What?
Yeah,
I don't think that's a hot take.
Not anymore. No.
No.
Maybe in 1992 when they bought Electronic Boutique.
Oh, wow.
Remember those?
Yeah, I remember. Good old days.
I remember back then, you'd walk into one and it wouldn't be that big of a store. It'd be like the size of like an airplane bookstore. An airport bookstore.
Yeah.
And they just had like PC games in those big ass boxes.
Oh, yeah. Good times.
Those were the days. Mid-90s. Let me tell you what.
Fucking A. It's like Circuit City.
What?
But yeah, billionaires, I don't know, go fuck yourselves. And then the next thing we have is that G4 will return. They're going to come on a weekly show to start via Twitch and YouTube, starting with Attack of the Show and X-Play.
Oh, my God.
Now, Dr. Syintist, I know you were a big fan of those shows. Are you going to give it a shot?
I wasn't a big fan of those shows, but
You liked X-Play, you liar.
yeah, but I didn't like Attack of the Show at all.
Well, I did. And I hated X-Play.
And no, I won't watch them unless they're on YouTube and I come across them and I'm bored.
Is it the same people hosting? That'd be crazy.
Olivia Munn isn't on it.
Oh. No
That's
shit.
1/4 of the hosts of those two shows.
Not by the end of it.
It's actually, I misspoke. It is a weekly series starting Friday, January 29th, which obviously passed. We know this because it's February.
Oh, yeah.
And it's going to be a weekly on Twitch and YouTube until the network returns in the summer. So it's a little, I don't know, a little online thing to get people interested, I guess.
Well, they're getting back into cable.
Hopefully. That's where the future is.
Exactly.
Cable TV. Man, these guys are smart.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I think I'll give it a shot, see what they got going on, see how they're going to update it for the digital age.
Yeah, I'll
where
check
people
the
can
new
just
Attack.
look up everything.
But
That's it for that. And I also have, finally, we have some wild-ass speculation.
oh, that's
The
my
best
favorite.
kind.
favorite
It's been
kind
a
of
while.
wild ass.
Been a while since we had one of these. There is a leaker on Twitter named Aesthetic Gamer.
Mm-hmm.
He is saying that the new Resident Evil 8, a.k.a. Resident Evil Village, is going to be more of a Metroidvania game.
Get
It
the
is
hell out.
not.
And no, it's not like we think it is.
You mean like the game Metroidvania, the whole genre?
Yeah, it's saying that it's sort of a small open world design, and there's a focus on exploration, every area connecting and returning to areas,
Sounds
which
fun.
I think is every Resident Evil game.
So
we've
yeah,
ever
so it's a
played.
survival horror game.
Yeah,
You
it
could
sounds
still
about
be
right.
survival horror and Metroidvania. Stop being so close-minded.
Who knows? Maybe it'll be the next great game. A lot of people are really into that tall lady.
Yeah, I guess the new meme.
Yeah,
of the
they know
week.
what sells.
I didn't know there was that much of an audience, but what do I know?
Obviously
talked about last week.
nothing.
But that's it. That's all I got for video game news / stuff.
All right.
How about we get into it? How about we start talking about this amazing game?
Let's check it out.
All right. So this week we are talking about the immortal PlayStation 2 classic that everyone's heard of before this podcast came on. It barely even needs an introduction. Haunting Ground. No, okay. No sound effects. That's fine. It's AKA Demento in Japan, released May 10th,
Oh, they should have
2005
kept that name.
I know, it's so good.
for PlayStation 2, developed and published by Capcom. It is a single-player survival horror game written by Makoto Ikihara and Noboru Shigimori.
Who was that?
You heard him.
Makoto Ikihara and Noboru Shigimori. This week, this is a slapper if I ever smelled one. So,
Yeah. And you smell
Oh, is that what that is?
yeah, Chump Slap, lead us into it. Tell us about it. What's going on in this game?
All right. Well, let's see here. You're
Fiona.
Fiona, an 18-year-old girl who was in a car accident, and you wake up in a cage in a castle.
I would say an uncomfortably sexualized 18-year-old girl.
Yes. She's very sexualized. She wakes up wearing a fucking satin sheet or some shit.
It's like a silk sheet. Yeah.
Yeah. And then there's this sloth-looking motherfucker who we later find out
Baby Woof.
named Debilitus, or something like that. And he's goofy. I don't know.
Yeah, I was ready to roast this game right out of the gate because I was like, oh, so the large mentally handicapped person is a villain. Okay, great. Great message for the kids. But I don't want to ruin the character's development.
All right.
I thought it was weird that the first scene he's in the room with Fiona and then lightning happens and he like gets scared and runs away. If you're afraid of lightning and thunder living in a castle like that, how do you get anything done, man? Like,
I don't think he does do anything.
Yeah.
Does he have a job?
I think he's supposed to be the caretaker because later at the end.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Yeah, he's doing some stuff. That's my guess.
Yeah.
Everyone just kind of ignores him. Like the people
He's
that
just
work
like
there.
a slave, I think. That
Yeah.
makes sense.
Oh, enslave the handicap. That's great. That's great.
Totally. That's what they're going for.
Great
there.
message.
Sexualize 18-year-olds, enslave the handicapped. Anyway.
I have that T-shirt.
So Fiona notices the cage is unlocked, and she's like, all right, I'm getting the fuck out of here.
Just unlocked.
So she gets out. She's walking around. As she gets into this bedroom where there's a strange woman, and she's like, hey, I got some clothes for you right there on the bed. Put them on. Go ahead.
Get comfy.
She puts them on, and she sees this. Well, first off, she puts on they're sexy clothes. It's a short-ass skirt, puffy shirt,
It's a weird outfit.
and a choker. Like, why'd she have to put the choker on?
It was the 90s. People were wearing chokers. We just tried to forget about it as a society.
Okay.
Yeah, it didn't happen.
I described her look as something like old world love child,
There we go.
like Eastern European, but like flowy and dress. It was
kind of like a pirate shirt,
weird.
like from Seinfeld episode.
yeah.
And it's like kind of the outfit you'd wear at the beach on a sort of cool night, like shorts and a hoodie.
Yeah, there you go. Except
That's
for
a good
she's
one,
got
yeah.
knee-high socks and boots on.
Yeah.
So that's
I could be a sexy beach.
Like it's warm out, but we're not going to be moving, so I'm going to be a little bit chillier.
Yeah, there might be a breeze that.
yeah. Anything else about the outfit, guys?
Nope, that's it. That's the game.
All right. So you put it on. She looks at this painting and she gets a flashback. She's like, what the fuck? And it's somebody pulling her out of the car wreck. So you run into Debilitus again, playing with a doll. And he's like, oh, you're a doll too. He doesn't say that, but you can see it in his eyes.
Yeah, that's what I got too. Like he sees you as like a toy or doesn't understand the difference,
Yeah.
which doesn't make any sense. But
Well, none of this game really makes sense, if you ask me.
no, but it's pretty dope. Anyway,
So there's puzzles and such. You got to find keys, unlock other areas, more puzzles. You know how these type of games go.
sure.
It's pretty much paint
Run
by
away from
numbers.
sloth.
Yeah, run away, hide, those kind of horror games. And then you run into this weird dude, and he's like, "Look at this statue on the couch. Go ahead, check it out. Check it out." So you look at it, and it's a pregnant woman sitting there. He's like, "That's gonna be you, because you're
It's like-
mine."
It's like made out of wood.
Yeah.
Is that what it was? Wood? I thought it was like like just made out of mud,
It could be.
It could have
either
been
one.
clay, mud,
like a golem,
wood.
something like that.
It's PlayStation 2 graphics, so we didn't really get a
Yeah.
good look at what it was made out of.
Did you guys get the impression that used to be a person?
Yes.
Yeah, me too. I
Really?
kinda did
You
too.
think?
Yeah.
I don't think so. I think it was made to look like her.
Yeah, I mean, it
And
could
that's how
go either
weird
way.
the guy is, you know.
It's PlayStation graphics.
Yeah, if you never know, man.
Yeah,
It did look really lifelike for a little bit.
it's scarier that they don't tell us. You know?
Yeah, that's what it's all about, man.
Yeah.
Anyway, Debilitus again, fucking with you, and this guy named Ricardo comes up. He's like, "Get the hell out of here, Debilitus!"
Baby Woof.
and this Ricardo's like a monk-looking dude. Right? He's like got like a monk outfit on. He's got a hood.
He's wearing a hoodie, basically.
A singlet hoodie.
like an Assassin's Creed assassin hoodie.
Yeah.
Oh, I was gonna say like a Snuggie.
Oh,
It could be a
even better.
A Snuggie cinched around the waist.
No, Snuggie's open in the back.
Do they?
Party in the
Okay,
rear.
yeah,
We
maybe.
know this.
All right, whatever. He looks like a monk.
We're really focusing on like all the stuff they're wearing for some reason. Okay.
So what does Ricardo tell us?
So Ricardo tells you, hey, your parents are dead. You know that car crash you keep having flashbacks about? Yep, they're dead. And you got to go rest in this room that's prepared for you, okay? I made up a bed. Go have a nap. That's not creepy or nothing.
You're the only heir
Nothing
of
about
castle.
this is weird.
Yeah,
Nothing
he's like,
about it.
this is your castle, by the way. It's like,
Yeah.
what? Did she know she was going to this castle? Or were they on the way to the castle?
They were never
We
told.
don't know.
Yeah. I doubt she was on her way here.
So you go take a nap, or maybe you don't. I don't know.
Kind of like pass out.
Yeah. And then you wake up, you look out the window, and you're like, why is there a dog stuck to that tree? Looks like he's got like a leash on or something. He wrapped himself around it, but so you go out, you free the dog, and you're like, you're my buddy.
My buddy and me.
And then
Kid, sister.
Now we're gonna get sued.
yeah. So this dog's walking around with you, and you found a collar early in the game that said Huey. So you're like, it's got to be Huey. I mean, how many fucking dog collars are laying around here?
Well, I mean, she's got a choker on, so she could be on anybody.
Yeah, it could have been the last one.
Touche.
So you and Huey walking around, and this is where the game becomes slightly different. And you can like tell Huey to go check that out. Go get this thing. Attack that dude, because you can't attack anybody or anything.
Yeah. Well, you can.
Can you?
Yeah, I think so. But you're not good at it.
Yeah, so you freed the dog Huey from one chain around something, and now he's willing to kill for you.
Yeah.
Yeah. According to what I read, you have to train him. Like, he doesn't do everything you say right away.
Yeah, you build a rapport with him.
Yeah.
He doesn't.
You got to be nice to him, feed him and shit, and pet him.
So that's like their version of like upgrading the dog or whatever.
Yeah, I think
Upgrading
so.
the weapon, I guess.
Petting your Pokemon.
There
I
you go.
guess, if
Perfect.
that's something you do. But you walk around, big old debilitus comes out and scares you again.
More running.
So you say, Huey, attack! And then Huey bites him in the arm, and then he cries and runs away. He's like, no, doggy's bad. So then you're running away. And you get a phone call, and it's like,
Well, the phone rings.
that's how
I
you
guess.
get phone calls.
But it's not like,
Well,
it's not
for
like your
you.
cell phone's ringing. Yeah,
Oh,
but it's
yeah.
still.
Oh, yeah. All right. And there's this, on a totally side note, there's like a key maker. And when she first sees it, she's like, it's like a computer, but different. And it's like a typewriter.
Oh, boy.
Anyway, phone rings. You pick it up. It's like, hello? And they're like, Fiona? Yes? I'm here to warn you about Ricardo. You got some Azoth. Click. Just like,
Your ass off.
oh, you got to work your ass off.
Yeah, I did know what this meant because I read the description first, but I can imagine people being like, what the fuck is he talking about? And they mentioned this word before explaining what it is
Yeah.
for most of the game.
Yeah,
like-
exactly.
I put in my notes, beware of Ricardo. No shit.
Yeah. Beware of the weird monk-looking motherfucker.
Yeah, that keeps you in this castle that says it's yours.
Yeah. And that weird lady. But we'll get
He
to her.
isn't weird at all. Totally normal dude.
So then there's this weird sequence where you're like in a basement or something. There's a bunch of holes in the wall, and they're like, Fiona. So you blindly stick your hand in one
Yeah.
and get a key. Blah, blah, blah. More puzzles and such.
More running.
Running. Debilitus comes after you again. You knock him off a balcony.
Sweet.
Next, he comes after you. You throw a bookcase on him.
So is he just supposed to be like a catalyst, like to give you some kind of urgency to solve puzzles or run away or some shit?
Yeah.
'Cause
It
Yeah,
seems
I think
pretty
so.
annoying.
Yeah, like what I read, most of this game was either running and hiding or doing puzzles.
That seems like the entire game.
Yeah.
And apparently, if you got scared enough, you couldn't control her, and she ran on her
I
own.
did watch people playing it. Like, the more scared you got, the less you could control what she was doing.
I think that's pretty interesting, but it would kind of get annoying. I think this part you run into, or maybe it's just showing this, but it's Ricardo and you're not watching it, but Ricardo and the strange woman, who we later find out is named Daniela. He's just yelling at her, and he starts beating the shit out of her.
Yeah, I don't know what the hell. Like, because didn't he say at one point he made her?
Yeah.
Yeah, she
So
acted
is she
very
a robot?
robotic.
She's not a robot. She's like
Like a clone.
Yeah, sort of.
Yeah, but she can't smell or taste or... I don't know. It's weird.
I got like a... later in the game, it's a little bit more apparent, and maybe if you guys felt this or not, but I got like a evil stepmother vibe from her.
Nope.
No?
You didn't think so?
Just me?
No.
Was she just like another slave?
Yeah.
Yeah, she was like the cook and shit.
She was like super jealous of Fiona just for being able to smell stuff and taste stuff.
You mean
That's what-
envious?
And jealous.
Envious. Jealous, sure. Both. Everything?
Yeah, she was all those wrapped into one. Anyway, after Ricardo's beating the shit, he's talking about old man wanting Azoth, blah, blah, blah. More puzzles, drawbridge, secret staircase, light beam puzzles. You know, these things.
Yeah, classic.
You learn you need a staff that's in the chapel. So you go to the chapel, and you get cornered by Big D. That's what I started calling him here in my notes.
You like the big D.
Noise.
Unnecessary, dude. So you can fight him, or in this section here, you can drop a chandelier on him. And you think that might stop him for good this time. So you're like, all right, we did it. Or did we?
Oh.
Because then you see him later and he gives you a key. He's like,
Oh.
here's a key. Thanks for dropping that chandelier on me. You really knocked some sense into me.
Yeah, because at first he's played as like an opposing force that's trying to catch you and kill you, and then I guess at some point he realizes that you like come to and put it together that he doesn't want to do that. He just kind of wants to be your friend. He's way too excited about it.
Yeah,
And then-
thinks you're a doll.
Yeah, he just wants to play.
Yeah, and then eventually he's like, okay, I came on a little strong. I'm sorry.
Here's the key.
Here's the key.
Please don't hurt me anymore. That chandelier really hurt.
I mean, I think he might have more character development than anyone else in this. Maybe.
Yeah, I think you're right. But after you get that key, Daniela runs into you again. She's like, I made a meal for you. Come and eat it.
That was the
like,
creepiest part of this whole video.
I know. And you're like, yeah, sure. Okay. So you're eating this weird looking soup.
Yeah, that's PlayStation graphics again.
And this is where Daniela's like, I don't like the way that you can smell, taste, feel. You have a fertile womb. It's very strange to me, and I don't like it, but I want it to.
That was very weird.
So she walks over to her window and headbutts it a couple times.
I actually thought it was a mirror at first, but
I thought so too, but then when they show her, she's holding it's like a clear.
Yeah.
So
yeah, she starts beating her head against it.
yeah, just smacking her head off a window. Breaks
As
off.
one is ought to do.
Breaks off a chunk that's perfectly shaped like a sword
Yeah.
and just starts scaring you.
She's the new one that's going to chase you.
Yep. Debilitus is done.
She says something like, I'm not complete, but I don't understand how killing Fiona out of this envy would make her complete.
She wants the Azoth.
Yeah. She'll drink the blood and get the Azoth or whatnot.
Is that how it works?
I
I was
don't
very unclear.
Sure.
I'm not an alchemist.
Sure, you're not. You'll get there though, bro. You
I
just
know.
keep taking
I've been
those classes.
trying.
You know,
How many
it'll be great.
times does fucking Fiona slip on steps in this?
I swear to God. She's not wearing like high heels or nothing.
Yeah, I know.
She's very clumsy. Maybe she has a concussion.
Maybe. She wasn't
It wasn't a car accident, yeah. So she comes after you with this shard and you got to run away. More puzzles, more secret doors, more secret staircases.
Sure.
And I mean, from the looks of the outside of this castle, where the fuck did they put all this stuff?
I don't know. It doesn't seem like there's that room for all this.
Unless it's all underground. I don't know. There's this weird puzzle with what you think's a dead man with a key around his neck, so you go to grab it, and he like, no.
Oh, yeah, like the scare moment where he comes alive and...
Yeah. So then you got...
Doesn't he... Is this the guy like just starts on fire then immediately?
No.
You got to like steal his soul or something?
Yeah, something weird.
I think, yeah, it's like, it looked like blue flames, but I think it was souls leaving his body.
Oh, PlayStation graphics.
Yeah, exactly.
Easy mistake to make, fire versus souls leaving the body.
Yeah.
Idiot.
Fucking moron. But you can do that, get the key. Oh, wow, another key.
That's all survival horror games are finding keys.
Yeah, just like puzzles and finding keys.
Puzzles for keys to open doors to get more keys.
Oh, yeah, especially the Capcom ones. I mean, these are the people that made Resident Evil. Jesus
Yeah,
Christ.
Exactly. Yeah, after this, you find like a garden or something. You pull this root vegetable and it starts yelling at you. Just starts
Mandragora.
screaming. What?
You got to go deep in your alchemy stuff.
Get the fuck out. What'd you say? Whatever. So, my notes say, find screaming root vegetable thing and feed the shadow person.
That's accurate.
So that's what you do. And then all of a sudden you're in a room and you see a video and you're like, what the fuck? And there's hidden cameras all around this castle and they're videotaping you the whole time. Even when you're changing.
Yeah, that was super creepy. Mm-hmm. As if that part wasn't creepy enough.
And then Daniela comes in out of nowhere, still has the sword in her hand, the glass sword. And she starts freaking out about Azoth. And she starts convulsing in weird robot movements and laughing. Like,
Yeah.
That laugh was so disturbing. It was like a robot watched a person laugh and is like, I can do that. Watch.
yeah. And then it just got stuck doing it.
Oh, so fucking weird.
Yep, it's the preparation for a boss fight.
Mm-hmm. So after that, Huey bites her.
Nice.
And then she calls you a slut in so many words.
Sure.
How about a floozy?
Floozy, slut, ragamuffin.
There it is,
Hussy.
ragamuffins.
Ragamuffin. So then there's a puzzle where you're fighting her to get her stuck in an area, and then she starts screaming. And she screams so loud, she breaks the window on the ceiling. And the glass crashes down around her and impales her right through the chest
Yep.
with no blood.
Like, at any point, does Fiona actually kill anyone, or is it all Huey or stuff falling on people?
It's all Huey and stuff. People falling, stuff falling on people. Does she cause the chandelier to fall?
Who knows?
Yeah, I don't know. I thought it was from her screaming or whatever. It just fell on herself. Like,
I don't think that's what happened, but
Well, that's what happens here with the window.
yeah.
But I don't know. Whatever. So she's dead now. Daniela, or so you think. Maybe she is, maybe she isn't. I don't know. She hasn't come back in the game, though.
I can
so.
find, it was like fighting fucking Baldur in God of War. I can finally feel something.
Yeah, right? That's what she looked happy to be dead. So now you run into Ricardo, and he's the big meanie now.
Yeah, I'm going to chase you with a gun this time.
Yeah. He's like, it's your castle, and I got a gun.
and I got to give you the Azoth, but I'm in charge here, but you own the castle? I was very confused.
Yeah.
The
It's
power
like, well,
dynamic
since your parents are dead, it's your castle now, I guess. And here's a cool gun. So you end up in the woods around the castle, and you hear a gunshot and Huey cry. So you're like, oh my God, they shot Huey. So you go around, you find Huey in the woods, and this idiot just shot him in the leg, barely grazed him. So he's all right. So Ricardo comes after you again, and he's like, hey, look. Pulls his hood down, and he looks just like your father. And you're like, Dad, is that you? He's like, no, I'm not your fucking father. Your father was a clone.
Your dad, Ugo.
Ugo. Ugo, your stupid dad.
Ugo.
Totally normal name. Happens to everybody, of course.
He's like, no, we're clones, man. I was the first one. Pfft, I'm so cooler than he
My
is.
face got fucked up.
Yeah.
Ugh.
He tells you the rest of the story.
Yeah, he tells you that he caused the car accident and stabbed your father in the chest, because he didn't die in a car accident, and then he took you to the castle. But
All
yada
in his
yada.
plan to get your ass off.
He's like, I just need your ass off. That's why you're here.
Mm-hmm.
And then he's like, yo, you're gonna give birth to me. And boom, you wake up in a cell again. I think you change clothes again, because Ricardo's a weirdo like that.
Yeah.
Why does he even have these clothes? I guess is a good question. Well, maybe Danielle's. It could be Danielle's clothes.
Yeah, they look similar in size.
Maybe he's done this Azoth thing before.
Maybe.
Maybe he made Daniela just to practice this shit.
Yeah, no excuse or reason is less creepy. You know what I mean? They're all weird.
Yeah, that's true. So you wake up in a cell. Huey's like, I'll save you from that cell. So he does.
Nice.
Doesn't he like just bring the key to you or something like that? Or does he like do a latch?
Something
I forget
like
exactly what it
that.
was.
He either unlocks it or helps you get the key, whatever. He gets you out of there. So now you're walking around and you hear Ricardo talking to you. You're like, what the fuck? And Ricardo's like, the potion is working. I put this shit in your eye so you can't see me.
Ugh.
And you're like, oh, that's fucking weird.
You gonna blow sand in my eye?
Pocket sand.
So, yada, 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 you're running away. You get to the top of this tower that opens a path to another building. And Rico's up there and he's like, hey, we gonna fight now.
I do have the quote he has. It just screams, "Let me into your womb." He just screams that during the boss fight.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, the womb thing. I definitely wrote that down because it's fucking weird.
Yeah. Let me in your womb.
I say that all the time. It never gets me girls.
I don't
know,
you're
right?
Doing it wrong. Have you tried running them off the road and killing their fathers?
I knew he was doing something wrong.
I did think it was weird because they showed the car crash from inside the car like 6 times before this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And every time they run into like this huge stack of logs, like, oh, this stack of logs that came out of nowhere.
Yeah, I was like, was it icy or something? Who the hell
But
knows?
apparently other forces were at work.
Uh-huh.
Ooh.
So, they're talking on top of this tower, and then with the help of Huey, Rico falls off.
Rico.
And
Yeah, he gets knocked down this huge thing. Oh.
yeah, it's a couple stories, so I'm pretty sure he's dead when he hits the ground.
That's the assumption. Because some guy comes over and makes out with him when he's on the ground.
Really?
Wait, what? I missed that
I
part.
didn't see that. Does the old man come and get him?
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
Well, the
oh
one I
yeah, he
saw-
takes his fucking essence.
Yeah. Well, he's getting his ass off, but it looks like he's making out with him.
Yeah. Oh wow. There you go. So, next enemy on the list,
Yep,
old
'cause-
dude in a wheelchair,
Who you thought was your friend, idiot.
Whose
Yeah.
name is...
Aurelius Lorenzo Billy.
That is such a stupid name.
And you're like, wait, that's my last name.
This is Belly Castle. Even weirder.
Yeah. So he's like rolling around to you, and he's like, look, I made Rico and Ugo, and your mom stole Ugo from me. So I'm the real OG because they're clones of me. You get it? And you're like, okay.
Where did any of this come from?
I don't know. He talks about it. He's like, look, your mom stole Ugo from the castle. That's why he's not here anymore.
Ugo.
I know. So you're like, fuck out of here, dude. You're an old dude. I'm getting out. So you run away, get into a fight with him. You push him on a rock crushing conveyor belt, and he gets crushed, dude.
And why is that there? Was this built on top of a quarry? Why do they have that?
I assume so.
It's
Gotta
it's
mine
alchemy
ass off
things you
someone,
wouldn't
yeah.
understand. Yeah.
Alchemy shit? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair enough. I'm not a big alchemist. I get it.
So you're like, finally, nobody else, right? Pfft, wrong. Here comes younger Lorenzo. He's like, I got fucking life essence, dude. I can make myself younger again. I'm immortal. So you're like, okay, whatever. Oh, there happens to be a vat of lava at the bottom of this building.
Well, yeah, alchemy
So-
stuff.
Let's fight around that. And Lorenzo's like, yeah, fuck, I'll fight you there.
That's pretty much a quote. Not exact, but
So pretty sure fucking Huey probably bites him, falls in. Another slow-mo fall
Yeah.
into a vat of lava. And at
sweet.
this point, a lot like Clock Tower, the whole building starts shaking and crumbling, I guess. Well, no, it doesn't crumble. It just shakes around you, and you're like, oh, shit. Started an earthquake. Shouldn't have done that.
Just like in Clock Tower.
So you're running out, and fucking dude has the gall to get out of the lava pit. I mean,
Scumbags, dude.
what a piece
What does he
of
think he's
shit.
going to do?
It's just bad form.
He's just blocking the doorway. He's like, I ain't gonna let you go. And he fucking dies. Burning skeleton. Just crumbles to the ground. And you're like, I'll step over you, man. So you do. And you leave out the front door with Huey. And you're like, uh-oh, the door behind's me opening. What the fuck is this shit? Turn around. It's Abilitas. He's like, hey, take it easy. Bows to you. And you walk away.
Yeah, there's multiple endings.
And Debilitus gets to live happily ever after, trimming shrubs and shit. And he loves it. I watched the multiple endings. They're not much different.
No, we either kill
Except for the
Debilitus.
one.
Well, you can kill Debilitus,
Yeah.
but
But I guess this is the good ending where you make it out and Debilitus is left with the castle to himself. Even though you own the castle, you can just go back in there anytime.
just give it to Debilitus.
I guess.
And am I crazy? But I think he was using a very familiar pair of scissors to cut those hedges.
Oh,
Huh?
shit.
Right?
Yeah.
Some Scissor Man reference, maybe?
Maybe. I don't know. So that's the game. And there is an alternate ending where if you're a fucking scumbag and you treat the dog like shit,
Yeah. The dog doesn't save you.
yeah. When you wake up in the cage and he's like, that's my womb.
Yeah.
That's the end. You can't get out.
Yeah,
And
he like impregnates you.
yeah, it
That's
just shows
pretty
you.
awesome.
Shows you sitting on that couch in that same spot, just smiling, pregnant. It's fucked up.
Awesome. I love it.
Yeah, so that's that.
That's it. That's the game. We did it. So I guess we'll move in. Let's just keep this going. Move into our favorite segment of every week. And I think we're going to start with you, Dr. Scientist.
Final thoughts.
Did the movie make you want to play it? Did the story work for you? And what'd you score it?
No, it doesn't make me want to play it. I'm not a fan of survival horror, and the whole story seems to be just running around and doing puzzles.
Yeah, survival horror.
Yeah. I thought it was kind of dumb. I don't know. I didn't enjoy it. The whole I'm trying to take your ass off from you're the daughter of my cloned kid. It's just ridiculous.
It doesn't make, like, when Ugo had her,
hit the Azoth pass to her, I guess. I don't know, whatever.
He didn't have any Azoth left.
There's a lot of rapey things in it. I don't know. I'm not a
Very
fan.
rapey.
Yeah, it was pretty gross.
It's just a bunch of running around from people. You just 4 different people throughout the game.
Yeah, there wasn't any like little enemies that you had to deal with. either.
Yeah. I don't know. I was very unimpressed. The story was, it was something different, but it was dumb. I gave it 5 stars.
5 stars out
Wow.
of 27,
Damn.
I mean, it's better than some of the other games we've done, but
but not many.
no. No, and it just, they didn't really need all the, whatever. Anyway, Poppascotch, why don't you tell us?
What would I tell you?
Did it make you want to play it?
Yep.
Did the story work for you? And what did you score out of our scale of 27 stars?
Well, thanks for asking so eloquently. Appreciate it. So, I don't know if the movie makes you want to play it. I did, just for fun, look it up on eBay to see if I could pick up a copy.
Good
and
luck.
Holy shit, this is definitely one of the most rare PlayStation 2 games.
Really?
I saw on eBay they had sold for anywhere between $250 and $400.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, that's pretty wild for a complete in box game. They had, and then they had copies of the Japanese version, Demento, that were going for like $30. So I guess they didn't print many in North America.
Maybe it wasn't as weird sexual.
It's probably weirder in Japan.
Yeah.
I don't even know how it's possible, but here we are. So, I mean, it didn't really make me want to play it just because it looks like a lot of run and hide. I'm usually a fan of survival horror, but not so much of the run and hide genre. I like doing the ammo conservation type, you know what I mean? And the healing more like Resident Evil rather than, I don't know, manipulate the environment so I survive, I guess you'd call it. Whatever.
Yeah.
But it did have kind of an interesting vibe. It was really creepy, and the over-sexualization of her, Fiona, just was too weird. It was uncomfortable. And then you get to the fact that her dad and Ricardo are twin brothers, but they're clones. And it's like, well, does that mean they're family? Because that makes this even weirder.
Yeah, everyone's blood related in this.
Yeah, it's very strange. I didn't think Debilitas was that great of a character and very one-sided. Daniela, same thing. I feel like it missed a lot more things than it hit. And I don't know. It doesn't make me want to play it. I don't want to play it. Did the story work for me? Not really. I mean, I like the idea of being in a car accident and then waking up and you're like, holy shit, what is happening? What is going on right now? But then that's kind of where I stopped paying attention because the rest was just run from people.
Yeah.
I actually watched speedrun, and a while ago I watched some people actually play it, like a long playthrough, and it's a lot of running around and like diverting abilities, and it's kind of...
Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah, it's not my jam. But for the time, it was a pretty cool aesthetic, a pretty cool setting. So they get some points for originality, I guess. Even though it was like a lot of other Capcom games, including, Clock Tower, which is a spiritual successor to, but not really.
Yeah.
Why do they say that? Is it because it has a castle in it?
It's usually like made by the same people.
Yeah. Are
fair
they both Capcom? I don't know who made this one.
I don't feel like we should answer that because of the crevice.
Yeah, true. He's going to look it up quick.
Well, I know that this one was absolutely Capcom. The other one, Clock Tower, the 96 game, which we just talked about, was from ASCII Entertainment, published by Human Entertainment.
Oh, okay.
So
That's definitely what a robot would call their place.
But yeah, so that's it. I've said my piece. So what's my score? I'll just because of the pure weirdo factor, I'll give it a 7. I think they tried to make it weird, and a lot of things were very weird, but I felt like they took the shortest road to being weird by being super creepy. I did also read, it was interesting, a lot of the reviews from the time, I didn't read a lot, I read a couple, but they talked about how that the fact that she's a 18-year-old girl who doesn't have a lot of life experience and is more of a damsel in distress made the game more entertaining.
I don't.
They said they made it like
We were different people in the 90s.
It made you feel scared more. Like you were
like you weren't the super soldier that could kill everybody.
Yeah.
You had to run away and trick people, basically.
Yeah, the world was a different place then.
I know if this came out nowadays, it would just be fucking.
There's no way it would come out.
Yeah.
But that's it. I give it a 7.
Some shitty Steam game, maybe.
Yeah, like Shower with Your Dad.
Yeah.
Jesus.
You never played that?
That's not a real game.
It is. We gonna move on?
I'm looking it up
That's how
right
we
now.
said.
No, he needs to look it up.
Jesus. Shower with Your Dad Simulator 2015. Do you still shower with your dad? Is a fast-paced shower simulator where you shower with your 8-bit dad. It's good, clean fun.
Your 8-bit dad.
I told you.
Fucking wild. I didn't need to know about this.
Well, since you didn't buy Hunting Ground, you can get that.
Yeah, what a consolation prize.
We're doing it next
Fuck,
week.
shower with your dad. I'm going to watch some of this gameplay. Oh, he's got a huge dong or two. This is wrong.
Of course he does.
Yeah, why wouldn't he?
He's your dad.
This is not. This is just. What a. Dr. Syintist, ask him questions.
Sure. Chump Slap. He's going to play it quick while we're discussing this game. Did it make you want to play it? Did the story work for you? What'd you score it?
Did it make me want to play it? I don't know. I do like puzzle games, and I did watch a speed run that looked a lot better.
Well, it's because it was a speed run.
No, I don't know if they had like an upgraded version of it or something.
Maybe.
But I mean, I probably wouldn't play it because it's. But I wasn't totally turned off by it.
It's very slappy.
Yeah, it's slappy as hell, and it's fucking strange and creepy, and that's right down my alley. You know,
Sure.
I kind of wanted to play it, but not really. Can I
Did you
say
say
that?
it's the slap pocket?
It's in the slap pocket, but the whole running and hiding thing, without like if you had a sword or fucking something. I was watching a speed run where they had a gun.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and they were. I guess you can unlock different outfits and shit.
Yeah.
That checks out.
Yeah. That's completely
And one of them
weird.
had a gun, and that's how they used it to do the speed run. So, no, it's on the verge. It's almost pushing me into the pocket, but not quite.
Okay.
Did the story work for me? I mean, at a very basic level, maybe. The creepiness was.
creepy.
I liked it. I like fucking creepy weird shit that tries to make you uncomfortable.
Hashtag all that.
Like the television show?
Oh, that this is all that. Remember that song?
No, I don't remember the song, but I
Is
do
that
remember
from
the
Shower
show.
with Your Dad?
I'm watching the trailer. I have no sound on, and I am so confused.
I don't think the sound would help.
But the whole story, like, it doesn't make any sense. Where were they driving to? Why was Ricardo out there following them to take the Azoth only?
He needs the Azoth to live forever.
And I'll go, why didn't he just fucking hide? Why didn't he, like, witness protection shit? Like, just change his name and not let Ricardo know where he was living? If he didn't.
Maybe they didn't think he'd hunt him down. I don't know.
Maybe. But, I mean, if you know Ricardo and you know fucking Lorenzo, they're fucking weird dudes. And
Yeah.
all they really want is Azoth. So
They won't show
maybe
up
he
about
tried
it.
to hide it in Fiona. Like, he'll be like, they won't find the Azoth if I don't have it, you know? Who the hell knows? Because they don't really tell you much.
No.
And I really wish they told me more about Daniela and what the fuck her deal was. And why is Debilitus even here? Was he a failed experiment? Was he a son?
Probably explaining things we didn't see.
Yeah, there's probably reading that you could do, which kind of made me want to play it because I wanted to figure out why all this shit was happening. But
I don't like watching this game. I don't know if that would help.
you talking about shower with your dad?
Stop talking about that. Oh, that game.
Oh yeah, you don't think
fucking
it'll
weird.
help if you fucking knew a little bit about Debilitus or?
No, I mean I don't know if it would help playing the game. I don't know if it'd be any more clear if I played through the game.
Well, I saw on the speedruns they were clicking through pages of dialogue that you could read, or not dialogue, but like I think you find pages of stuff that tells you this story better or something.
I mean, sure, but that's like the Destiny thing. Like I don't want to have to read the codex of 40,000 fucking words of bullshit just so the story makes sense.
So you don't like
That's extra
Demon
stuff.
Souls?
Yeah, Demon Souls it works. Really well.
Yeah, we have to read all the fucking items to get the
Nope.
story. Anyway, yeah, you're right. Story didn't work very well. So let's just get to the score here. I also gave it a 7.
19.
All right, that's 19 out of obviously 81. Everyone knows that.
Yeah, let's not be silly.
Definitely our lowest of the year, but it's only week 3. I think we can get lower, gentlemen.
We're definitely going to try next time I pick one.
Oh boy. But anybody have anything else they want to say about this game besides it's fucking weird, it's wild, It's rare.
Nope.
Nah. No, I think we talked enough about it.
Yeah.
All right, great. Fuck it. Then let's go ahead and move on to our favorite segment of every week, which is Dr. Syintist Classic Wrestling Finisher of the Week.
Ring the bell, ring the bell.
Ding, 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 ding. Every week now, we've decided that we're going to ask Dr. Syintist for a classic wrestling finisher of the week. It is a guaranteed lock if you get yourself in another street fight this week. So this week, Dr. Syintist, what do you got for us?
Well, if you get in a street fight this week, you better have a partner because we're doing a tag team move.
Oh, yeah!
This is an old one from my childhood, late 80s, early 90s.
Wow.
A lot of people won't even probably know about it. But it's the tag team move. They were a tag team called the Midnight Express, managed by Paul E. Dangerously.
Ooh, I love Paulie Dangerously.
It was Bobby Eaton and Stan Lane, and they did a move called the Vegematic.
I don't remember this one.
It's
Well, let's
it's to the description from the Pro Wrestling Wiki.
check it out.
Consisted of Lane bear hugging an opponent while Eaton ascended to the top rope. Mm-hmm. When Eaton was in position, Lane would lower the opponent to a horizontal position a few feet above the mat, which is kind of hard to explain. That's not a very, but he basically is holding him parallel to the mat above the ground.
Like on his knee?
Yeah, like kind of, sort of. He's like holding him in front of him.
Okay.
Like
a wheelbarrow kind of.
Yeah, sort of. But he's like parallel to the mat.
I gotcha.
And then when he was a few feet, Eaton would jump off the top rope and leg drop him.
Okay. So it's like an elevated leg drop.
Yeah, he's like holding him parallel and leg dropping him.
Called a Vegematic.
So if you get in a street fight and you have a partner,
and you have ropes.
yeah, well, you can climb on top of a dumpster or something if you want. It doesn't really matter.
A mailbox, even.
Yeah.
It's definitely a way to hurt somebody.
Well, you'd hurt yourself too, I'm sure. Trying to leg drop off of something.
Yeah, I couldn't imagine that.
But yeah, that's it. The Vegematic.
All right, there you go. You heard it here first. The Vegematic from the Midnight Express tag team. That's what we're doing this week, I guess. Anyway, so let's go ahead and move on to our favorite segment of every week, which is Chump Slaps Would You Rather?
A or B?
All right, we'll work on we'll work on it. But every week, Dr. Syintist and I are going to ask Chump Slap a Would You Rather question, and then he has to answer it and explain his reasoning. So this week, I got one for you. Sir Chump Slap. I think it's one of those where you're going to have a very quick answer, but then you're going to think about it.
Ooh, a chin scratcher.
All right. Would you rather be 4 feet tall or 8 feet tall?
Is your dong the same size in each one?
Good,
I'm going to go ahead. We'll just say it's scales. We'll say it's scales.
Ooh, it scales, huh?
Smaller as you get taller?
No, it scales to your
okay.
size. We'll say that.
I don't like either of these choices.
I know. That's what the fun is.
But I'd probably have to take the 8-foot choice.
I'll say you have to duck when you go through every door.
That's fine. At least I could play
Every
basketball or
door.
something.
Forever.
I mean, I suck at
You
it.
could reach the top of the shelves and stuff too.
Yeah, maybe I'll get a stocking job at Walmart or something.
Yeah, because you're not going to play basketball.
Wow. Yeah, though my weight would make a lot more sense at that height.
That's pretty good.
But yeah,
I would think, dude, you're never gonna fit in a car correctly ever. And
Ooh.
forget about being on a plane. Jesus
Yeah, imagine being
Christ.
2 feet taller and trying to get in your car.
imagine being 2 feet shorter. You'd have to sit on fucking
I don't
phone
even
books.
think I could reach the pedals in my car. If I was 2 feet
Exactly.
shorter.
I'd just have to take the driver's seat out and sit in the back.
It'll be like the kid from fucking Indiana Jones that had those little
Short round?
Yeah, he had the blocks on his feet.
Yeah.
That's how he was working the pedals.
Or I could be like the guy from The Simpsons. Where
Yeah.
It's like, this is the largest car I could afford.
This is the largest automobile that I could afford.
Yeah.
Hey, everyone! It's that kid that likes to laugh at people.
Yeah.
great
I
episode.
couldn't imagine being 4 feet tall. That would just be so strange. You'd be at like fucking ass level if you're in a line or something, you know. Somebody farts, you're like, right there. Somebody farts
Would
and you're
be
8 feet
tough.
tall. You'll never smell it.
Be the last one.
Exactly.
Yeah, but how many things are you gonna slam your forehead on until you're like, this enough?
I'll wear a helmet.
Perfect. Solve that problem.
8-foot dude with a helmet. Is my head bigger? Ooh.
It scales.
Ouch. I don't
So
think that's
it
possible.
scales with your size now, so it's like by then a size 14.
Yeah, seriously.
Jeez. Man, you got a big, huge head. So, let's say people wanted to send us a huge, long email about how there are 2 chump slaps in the world. One's 4 foot tall, one's 8 foot tall, and they get into sexy adventures. Where would they send that fan picture to, Sir Chump Slap?
Send it to plottytime@gmail.com. I'm already picturing it. I can't wait to read it, guys.
There you go. Perfect. And if they want to get to us faster on the socials with pictures of 4 foot tall chump slap and 8 foot tall chump slap in sexual situations, where would they send that to, Dr. Syintist?
At Plotty Time on Instagram, Twitter, and Robinhood.
Perfect. That does it for us. So I don't know. Check out YouTube. I almost forgot to say that. We have our podcast up there, and we keep getting people bitching about not putting pictures up there or some kind of slideshow or something. Maybe we'll do it. I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen.
Maybe, but fuck it, man.
Good point. That about wraps it up for us. So I don't know. Get out there, play some video games, and don't trust Dr. Scientist. We'll